Hello gamers, welcome to another edition of Tonight on Mage Hammer's Game Table, where tonight I am continuing my saga, I'll call it a saga, featuring my own game design, Delves and Dangers, rules light fantasy role-playing game. And it's taking place in my own homebrew world, which is the Swordlands. This map was put together by Brad from my Mage Hammer's Game Table fan page. It's pretty awesome. In the last video I showed it, it didn't look as dark as it looks in real life, so I guess the camera is, it's good for the camera. Anyway, so this is the Swordlands, and the action is taking place up here in this northeast corner of the Bloodwood. So, last episode, our heroes, Brondor Vent, Human Ranger, Parthas Tree Shade, Elven Cleric of Mothis, Fisto Twinklefoot, Harefoot Monk, and Kurthal Brightpaw, a Fellcat Wizard, have made their way to what they believe is the source of all of the troubles here in the Bloodwood. There were migrations of humanoids and other settlers in the Bloodwood, and Fisto and his team were sent to investigate, and they ran into some corrupted zombies that ended up ending their lives, with the exception of Fisto. He's the only survivor. He escaped, made his way back to his boss, Glenessa Holdfast, and she recruited a more experienced team, better capable of defeating creatures from the Outer Planes, and sent Fisto as their guide to put an end to this evil. And right now they believe that they are at the epicenter of all of it, especially because they're all feeling the pressure of like the evil and the weirdness that is getting pushed down upon them from what may lay beyond this door. They just fought some, I guess, cultists of Occus, who is apparently a prince of the lower realms, and they have healed up. They defeated them. A wizard escaped through this door, so they're feeling, with the feelings that they're feeling, they're pretty sure that beyond that door lies the end of this mission. So they're heading in. Parthas is going to go first. She opens the door, and revealed is a room. And in that room, the feeling of horrific evil overwhelms them. And they see, assembled before them, there's no other way out of this room. They're coming through this door here. Parthas opens it. They're out in the hall for now. Good enough. Okay. So, assembled in this room is a armored, sword-wielding fighter, it looks like. The wizard they just fought back here in this corner. And the cleric that they had thought was taken away in the night. And if she were, she's back. They've had a couple of run-ins with her. And standing here behind this circle, this summoning circle, is a man with a very nasty looking sword, a tail, and some horns, which she has them and he has them as well. Anyway, so they are here assembled before this, but standing between them are three of those tentacled outsiders that they've had to fight. And so, that's what they are up against. So let me record some stamina. Okay. And for him, yeah, okay, that makes sense. All right, so our stamina for our team is here. Okay, so Parthas steps into the room and says, "This evil cannot stand. You must cease what you are doing. You will unravel the very fabric of our reality. And she says, welcome back. It's good to see you again. And he is chanting, this guy. He's doing something. He's performing some kind of ceremony. And this is looking pretty intimidating. So we'll see whether I got these characters in over their head or not. Let's see how they handle it. All right, so to the fight. Partha says, this evil ends now. And so... all right, so Kurthal goes after the creature, after the enemies. And Fisto goes before. Uh-oh. Brondor, he has not had a lot of luck with initiative rolls this whole mission. She has an exploding die, and she gets it. So she goes before. So Fisto and Parthas before. And Kurthal and Brondor after. All right, so Parthas is like... just moves up on this tentacled creature and attacks. She gets 18 dice against that creature because her weapon is good against outsiders, extraplanar creatures, and also she is a cleric and she channels divine power through her weapon to disrupt undead and creatures from other realms. And she attacks, screaming Mothas' name as she does so as her battle cry. All right, we have 3 exploding dice, so. All right, so she does 4, 8, 12, 15 damage to that creature. They have a armor of 2, so that's 13 damage to that creature. All right, then Fisto, he is not able to reach there in time, so he doesn't want to use his crossbow. He is going to go, he's going to bravely move up and try to take the attack of this other creature. For my friends, the ones that were slain. So that was, he's going to move right up on it, but that's all he gets to do this round. Okay, now there's everything. So he continues to chant. This one moves up on Parthas. She attacks Parthas, and she has a harming stone, so that could get ugly. This one moves up on Brondor to attack, and the wizard is going to... magic bolt the other wizard. All right, so let's do the magic bolt first. So that's 9 dice. So it only goes against agility resistance, even though he has a damage ward up. Even though Kurthal has a damage ward up, magic bolt's a different kind of magic and an attack, where it cancels out unerring bolt. It does not do the same against this. So this is 3, 4, 5. Kurthal's agility is resistance is 3, so he takes 2 damage from that magic bolt. All right. Let's do this grapple creature on tentacle creature against Fisto. It attacks with 10 dice. So it's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Its foul breath washes over him as it tries to bite him. Okay, so that's 6 successes. Now, thanks to a protection ring and his trained reflexes, he takes no damage from that attack. And I'll do the attack on Brondor. Let's see if he fares any better, or as good, not any better. Any better? What? So got 2 exploding dice. Another exploding die. So that's 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 damage. He has an armor of 3, so he takes 6. I don't know if I'll be able to stand up to that or not. We'll see. All right, now, poor Parthas. All right, so we're going to do the tentacle attack first. Probably should have just kept these dice over here. Instead of counting them out, I'm going to speediate the situation. Not that it takes that long anyway. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So attacks Parthas. 2 exploding dice. Another exploding die. All right, so 4, 7. She takes 3 damage because she has an armor value of 4. So she takes 3 damage. All right. And now the attack by that fighter over there. He attacks with 9 dice. That sword of his is pretty nasty. And woo, fails to penetrate her armor and shield. All right. Not as bad as we thought. Now the cleric attacks. She has 8 dice. And she gets a 4, 5, 6, 7. Minus 4 is 3 damage. And she is going to activate a Harming Stone for an additional d6 plus 1. So 6. So that's 9 damage. Yeah, see, Harming Stones are nasty. She only has 2 more charges left on that, though. So Parthas could be in a lot of trouble. We shall see. All right, so yeah, and he's doing it. Okay, so that brings us to Kurthal. Kurthal knows that he has to help Parthas. He has 5 power points left to power his spells and his spell focus. So, he's got... He could cast Force Globe on something. You know what? He cast Force Globe on that cleric the one time. I think he's going to do it again. All right, so Force Globe has to be within 30 feet. Yeah, so he moves up about 10. Unleashes a Force Globe at that one. So he has to get a DL4. So you have to cast DL4. I rule you have to do a DL4 on that before to activate it, even if you're targeting someone else. He's got to be able to muster up the ability to cast it. And then they get a DL3 agility resistance roll. So he has 3, 6, 9, 11 casting dice. He needs to get 4 successes, which he does. Then the target of that spell gets a DL3 agility resistance roll, and that has a 2 agility resistance. So pretty good chance. Oh, he almost stepped out of it, but at the last minute. So he is trapped in that Force Globe, and that cost 4 power points. He's down to 1, but it was worth it, he thinks, to take one person out of the battle, because they can't get any spells or anything through that Force Globe, and it lasts for several minutes. So effectively taking her out of the battle. Wouldn't have been able to reach him, and wanted to take the wizard out. So for now, the wizard is Force Globed. So that was Kurthal. Now Brondor's attacking the tentacle beast in front of him. He only has 1 magical weapon that can hurt this thing, so he doesn't get his 2 weapon abilities. And he attacks and does pretty well for himself. That is, ladies and gentlemen, 4 exploding dice. And so 3, 6, 7 off of its armor 2. It's 5 damage. Okay. So it is time for initiative. 3, 2, 2, 3. Brondor goes before for a change. Fisto before. Kurthal before. And Parthas has an exploding die. Nope. Parthas after. Not great. All right, so they're going to have to come to Parthas's rescue. There is a lot of noise coming to Parthas, and they know that she is injured, even though she is brave and would never say so. So Fisto, since he's adjacent to that fighter, well, no, you know what? He doesn't have enough power points to cast a sleep spell. Darn it. All right, they're going to concentrate fire. They're going to attack this fighter. He looks pretty nasty. So Fisto, since he's there, he's going to avoid the attacks of the tentacled beast. And because he's adjacent to both, he's able to use both attacks on the fighter. So he gets 9 dice with his magical knuckle dusters, reroll a failed roll, and gets 3 exploding dice. And gets another exploding die, and gets another exploding die. And that is a 2. So that's pretty decent. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 11, 12. Does 12 damage. He has an armor of 4, so he takes 8. Then Kurthal is going to target him with a magic bolt. Two exploding dice, another exploding die. All right, and that is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yep, 10 damage minus 4 is 6 more points. Oh no, there's 8 damage because he has agility resistance of 2. So that was pretty good. So that was Parthas Fisto. And Brondor's got problems of his own, so he keeps attacking this creature in front of him. He's hoping for a really huge blow to take this creature out. Not too bad. 2 exploding dice. So 2, 4, 6, 8. So that's 6 damage to this creature. So that's pretty good. Pretty good. And to the enemies, he continues to chant. Trapped. Attacks him. Brondor got 3 exploding dice. Another exploding die. All right, so 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. So he takes 6 more damage. 12. Okay. And Fisto gets attacked. Ooh. Might actually do some damage. Ouch. 3, 6, 9, 10. So we got to hold him for 4 damage. Fisto takes 4 damage. All right. And then, even if he had Dispel, he could Dispel the Force Globe, but he doesn't have enough power. He might have enough power. Ooh, does he have enough power points to Dispel? Yes, so he's actually going to try to Dispel that spell. He spends his last 4 power points. And he needs to get, he needs to get 4. And he gets it. He even has exploding dice, so he dispels the Force Globe. And that's his action, so he is back in the fight. All right, let's get to the Parthas attacks. So we're going to do the Tentacle Creature, exploding die. 3, 6, 9. Minus 4 is 5 on Parthas. So Parthas is... Oh, shoot. Yeah, so Parthas is really in trouble, and she has that sword that is too valuable. She's going to need to be healed. She's definitely going to need to be healed. All right, and then the fighter, for fun, and because I can, the fighter doesn't want the distraction of Fisto, so he's just going to... No, that doesn't make sense. He would definitely attack. He would definitely attack... Parthas because of that sword. He knows what that sword can do. Oh, this is it. This might be it for Parthas. Oh, no. Poor Parthas. So So there. So basically, she's taking 5 damage, which is enough to drop her. So she is down. Ugh. Not good for the home team. And the problem is so she moves up to attack the wizard. So she does 8 dice. And that's 4, 5, 6 minus 3 for his damage ward is 3. Yeah, so he takes 3 damage. 3 damage, so he's at 17. All right. I escaped your globe. Now you shall pay. Oh no, she escaped your... Never mind. Wrong character. Oh, you escaped me once. Now you pay. How's that? All right. The fighter already attacked. So the tentacle beast attacks the wizard as well. He smells magic and wants that magic to go. Okay, so it attacks with 10 dice. Whew! So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Minus 3 is 7. Ouch. Kurthau is injured. Did I do Brondor's attack? Did I start with Brondor's attack? Yeah, I think I did. All right, so if not, play back the video. We'll say he did. So that's them out of the way. Now it's Parthis. She has a 3 strength resistance. She needs 2 successes. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, she is dead. Dead, I say. All right. So, she is dead. So we'll just remove her from the battlefield for now. Great. That's not great. All right, so initiative. This battle may be too much for our heroes. All right, Kurthau goes before. Brondor goes before. Fisto gets reroll, failed roll, and he's going before as well. Parthis is dead. All right. All right, so they got to figure this out. All right, so Fisto, he thinks he could try to get over there and heal Parthis, but he's up against 2 creatures. He's not sure he could take attacks of 2, so he's not going to go for it. Kurthau is up against these 2 and doesn't have enough power points to run a lightning bolt to be able to hit both of them. He might need to heal himself instead. But he needs... Big thing is he needs to take out one of these. He needs to take out an opponent is the problem. He really needs to take out an opponent. So, oh boy. Doesn't have enough power points to do that. He is going to magic bolt the tentacle beast. Outsider, the tentacle outsider. And double checking his agility distance. I think his agility distance is pretty decent. Yeah, it is. Okay, so he only does 3 damage. That is not nearly enough to bring that thing down. Then we have to retreat. All right. So that was Kurthau. Brondor. Brondor is going to attack. Trying to take this guy out, but with only being able to use his short sword. 3, 6, 7. Minus 2 is 5. That is not enough. Fisto. Fisto is going to... see. So this guy will... yeah, Fisto's going to punch the fighter because he's in pretty bad shape. So if you could take the fighter down, that would be good. That's a good start. Reroll failed roll as a Harefoot and 3 exploding dice. That's pretty good. I think he might have done it. 4, 8, 10. Minus 4 is 6. That is enough to take him down. So he is eliminated from the battle. So that's something, I guess. All right. That's it. So we go to the enemies. He continues to chant. He magic bolts Fisto. Fisto's agility resistance is 5. That's probably not the best idea on this guy's part, but you know, what are you going to do? Magic bolt Fisto. So 3, 6, 8. Nope, 3, 6, 7. Minus 5 is 2, so Fisto takes 2 damage. Tentacle creature attacks him. 4, 5 doesn't get through his trained reflexes. The Cleric of Occus attacks Kurthau. Ooh, no damage, so can't channel that Harming Stone. Doesn't get through his damage ward, so that was fortuitous. Tentacled creature on him. That's not great. Well, he made up for it, I guess. All right, so 2, 4, 6, 8. Minus 3 is 5 damage. So Kurthau is in the danger zone, I suppose you could say. He's going to have to heal himself as much as he doesn't want to. All right. Brondor's like, need to retrieve that sword. So we're going to roll initiative and see where this goes. That sword is too precious to be left in the hands of such foul creatures. So Fisto's going before, Brondor's going before, Kurthau is going before. All pretty much Kurthau has to do anything is that is his magic bolt. That's his best bet. But they need to get to that sword. So Fisto is going to break and run over and grab the sword. The creature gets a free attack on him for leaving combat. Or he could do, you know what? He could do a fighting withdrawal and grab the sword. Grabbing the sword isn't necessarily an action. So he picks it up off the floor. So that's all he gets to do. And he can move. So he's going to move. So you can move up to your movement, I believe, to leave. He doesn't need to. He pick up a sword. Then he can go. He's going to go up on this thing, but he can't attack it. But he's going to try to distract it. Okay, there you go. All right, so that's Fisto. He has Parthas' sword. Now, in my game, you can use weapons that you are not proficient with, which is this, because this is a medium weapon. But you just don't get to add your proficiency bonus. So it's still active. He just won't have 18 dice because he can't channel his divine power like a cleric can. So just for game and mechanics discussion, there you go. But he can't attack this round. He's done. But at least he can distract that thing. Okay. So that brings us now to... let's do Brondor first. Brondor is going to attack. no exploding dice. And 5 minus 2 is 3 more damage on the creature. Still not enough to take it out. All right. Kurthau. He thinks he has the best if he just keeps working on a tentacle creature. Well, he knows that he doesn't think he'll be able to take out the cleric, but he might be able to take out the tentacle creature. So he's going to do that. So he's gonna magic bolt that thing. Not too bad. So he gets 1 exploding die. That's 3, 6, 8. Minus 3 is 5 damage. Still not enough. Oh my goodness. All right. All right. So he continues chanting. This creature, let's do Brondor first, because I always think I forget Brondor. So it's going to attack Brondor. That is 6, 9, minus 3 is 6. Brondor is hurting. Hurting. I know. Should have done it. All right, so the creature's going to turn around and attack Fisto. Oh my goodness. This is not going well for the heroes. Going great for the bad guys. 4, 6, 8, 9. Minus 6 is 3 damage to Fisto. All right. The other one comes up on Fisto and attacks. Woo. All right, so that is 5 and 8. Minus 6 is 2. Okay. Cleric on Kurthau. All right, so it's going to get through his damage ward. So it's going to activate her. Oh my gosh. 7 more. Oh, Harming Stone. Kurthau goes down. Oh my goodness. Not good. It's looking rough. They may have bitten off more than they could chew. And the wizard, he's going to shoot at Fisto. Magic bolts. And does not get through his agility resistance. All right, so it is initiative. Let's see, and he goes after because he's down, so he doesn't roll initiative. So they go before the creatures, before the enemy. This is, but they're in trouble. They're in big trouble. They are in big, big trouble. All right, so I just got an idea, and it's my game, and it's Deus Ex Machina. I know, it's Deus Ex Machina, but I'm gonna do it, just because I can do it. So, when Parthus fell, Mothus felt her falling. Mothus has been watching their progress closely, because this evil that they're about to try to bring into the world would be a massive blight on the planet of Mevin. So she smites the outsiders and banishes them back to the realms from which they came. These three are half outsiders, and they are going to take 3d6 damage, and we'll see if that does enough. See how much it can do. It's only about half. It's not. They're from this plane. They are part outer planar creature, and so the first two, gray one will be the cleric. So basically, it's the effect of 3 harming stone, or 3 charges of a harming stone at once. So it's 8 plus 3 is 11 on the cleric. Still up. And on the wizard, it is 5, 3, 8. Oh, wait, that was the wizard, sorry. All right, so the wizard drops. However, the cleric is still up. All right, and the... Ooh, he takes a lot because he's doing bad things. That's 12 plus 3 is 15. Not enough to take him down, but enough that he felt it. But he continues his chanting. He is determined. That's all Mothis can do. And then Mothis, when she sent that, she sent to smite those creatures and heal those creatures. So he gets healed the equivalent of a full healing stone. So he is 17. And Kurthau, 14. And Fisto, 10. So he's 18. And Parthus is back with 1, back from the dead, 1 stamina. You get the blessing of Mothis once ever in your career, and this is it. So, the cleric is reeling from being smote with... I'm going to have that damage ward go away when he went down. Smote with the power of a goddess. And we're still on this initiative because it happened at the beginning of the round. Brondor shakes its head a bit and attacks the cleric. It clears its head and attacks the cleric. Now, this cleric is part extraplanar creature, but can be harmed by other weapons as well. And so he goes both weapons at her, trying to slice and dice. So 3, 6. She has good armor of 4, so it's 2 damage to her, which is not quite enough to take her down. All right, so that Brondor. Fisto hears Parthus groan, drops the sword in her hand, and he wants to take this cleric down. No, he's going to heal her. He's going to heal her. He's going to use 2 of his charges simultaneously to heal her. 8, 10, so she is now at 11. Then he moves, the rest of his move back up to try to distract the cleric. The cleric turns on Brondor and attacks. She has 8 dice on the attack. Hey, if it's good enough for the ancient Greeks, Deus Ex Machina is good enough for me. All right, so... So that's 3, 6, 7. Minus 3 is 4. He takes 4 damage from her attack. And she sends the last charge of her harming stone into him. So 9 damage to Brondor. But her harming stone is empty. She cannot use that particular attack again. He keeps chanting. But that's coming, sounds like it's coming to a crescendo. Kurthau is like, He musters up enough to cast out a magic bolt at her. Her agility resistance is 2. And he gets an exploding die. So that's 3, 6, 9 minus 2 is 7, and that brings her down. So, it's initiative. Fisto, or Parthas before, thank goodness. Brondor after, which is par for his course. Kurthau after. Well, Kurthau's still a little shaken. And then Fisto, of course, because he's a monk. Not so easily shaken. All right. Parthas stands up and uses her final healing stone on herself, trying to get as much strength as she can before she takes on this this priest, or whatever he is. Brondor uses 2 and heals himself. They take a very fast breather, but they don't have much time. They can tell the time is running out. Oh, Brondor's last. He's just going to keep chanting this round anyway. But this might be the last round, so I think I'll roll to see if it's the last round after the round is over. All right, so she healed herself. Fisto, he doesn't care. He's heading for him. He's on his way. Parthas healed herself. Brondor healed himself. Kurthau is going to fire at through the summoning circle at the priest to try to take him down, to try to stop him from whatever it is that he's doing. He's got magic bolt. Ooh, should have cast defense ward, but he's not going to. Ugh. Manages to channel that. He gets 1 exploding die. So that's 3, 6, 8 from his 2 agility resistance. It's 6 damage to him, which is still not enough to bring him down. Okay, we're doing initiative, and let's see if this is the right. So I'd say we're at if I roll a 1 or a 2, he has 1 more round of chanting. Any other roll, his chanting is done this round. Okay, his chanting will be done this round, which I guess makes sense. He's been doing it quite a while. All right, initiative. He gets to failed die roll, so he goes before, Kurthau before, Brondor before, Parthas after. Okay. Oh, Mothis, she's praying the whole time. Oh, Mothis, thank you for your blessing and your boon. Thank you. We shall not fail you. We shall not fail you. All right, so Fisto's not messing around. He goes and attacks this guy. He gets to attack before him, but will he be in time? All right, here we go. He's got 3, 6, 9 dice with his magical knuckle dusters. Reroll failed roll. Not an effective punch. Punches. Flurry of blows, I suppose. So that's 5 minus his armor. I'd say he's at 3 armor. So he takes 2 damage. Still not enough to take him down. He continues his chant, uninterrupted. Fisto tried his best. Brondor. Brondor's going to move his movement and use a healing stone on his way. 6 more. He's at 23, which is almost his full stamina. He's feeling much better, much more invigorated. Kurthau, who's over here, fires off another magical bolt, trying to finally take this guy down. All right. And that'll do it. He's got exploding dice and everything, but I know the stamina of this guy and his agility resistance is it can't overcome what's on the board, so I'm not even going to bother to roll those. It's a final awesome blast. Boom! But just as he hits him, he finishes the last word of his incantation, and something appears in the circle. Ah! Ah! What is that? I feel its foulness. All right. So, it materializes. It's going to take a round or two to materialize. Let's see how many. 1 to 3. 2 rounds. 2 more rounds to materialize. So, that's all it does this round because it's not fully yet here in this realm. And then Parthis is trying to think. Is there a way that she can disrupt that circle, or is it too late? He's materializing. Can she disrupt it? So what she's going to do is she's going to run up and she's going to swipe at the area. She's not going to cross the circle. She's going to not mess with the circle, but she's going to swing into the circle and see if that can disrupt its appearance into the world. And we shall see. And I'm going to say it's going to delay it another. No, she doesn't know what to do. She can't banish it. She's afraid to go. Yeah, she's afraid to go towards that circle. So she's just going to heal herself. Well, she doesn't have a healing. She's out of healing. So okay. So she's afraid that if she disrupts that circle, it could be worse. She knows how these things work, but she knows that circles tend to keep things in place, but this does not appear to be that kind of a circle. So she's going to go try to disrupt the circle. So she's going to swing her sword to try to disrupt the circle. The circle's glowing, but she figures it's like there's no writing on the floor. So she's like, I'll take it a shot. So I'll have her attack and I'll see what happens with that, and I'll make a decision about that result. And she's going to channel her divineness into it, but it doesn't count as an attack against an outsider or an extraplanar creature. But it is evil. So I will give her clerical. So she's at 13 with this. No, she's at 15. Channeling her holiness. All right. Let's see what kind of damage she does to the circle. Kind of making this as I go, I'm not going to lie. It's kind of fun. I like being creative about stuff like this. Kind of things you have to do sometimes when you're a game master. You got to figure things out. A danger director if you're playing my games. All right. So she does 7. That's a lucky number and everything. I'm going to say it doesn't disrupt it coming in, but it delays it by a round. So he's now 2 more rounds after this instead of 1 more round after this. In the meantime, Brondor is well healed, so he runs up and he knows that she's out, so he heals her. Fisto wants to get in there, but he's also leery of it, and he is only 1 stamina away from full, so he is going to, he's gonna move over here, I guess, and just wait. Kurthal is going to use another healing stone charge as well. And that's it. So then Parthis runs up and does that, and that's it. All right, so I'm going to roll initiative. I'm going to see. Well, I'm not going to roll initiative because it's still going to materialize for 2 more rounds after this. She's going to try to strike the circle again and try to get rid of it. Brondor is going to heal her again. That's his final charge off of the 2 of the healing stones he had. That's his final charge. That's much better. So that brings her back to almost full. So that's good. It was a point well spent. And Kurthal's going to do the same for himself. Actually, he's going to cast Damage Ward. Oh, I was in healing stone mode there. 3, 6, 9, 11. Let's see if he can get himself a decent damage ward against this thing, if it comes to fruition. So reroll, or not? Yeah, there you go. Exploding die rerolled was a failure anyway. So 3, 6, 9. Now, last game I did it rounded down, but in my head I'm thinking that maybe damage ward is actually rounding up, because that makes more sense. Nope, rounded down. I was right. So 4. So he's got a 4 damage ward, which is decent. That's good. All right. So that was his action. So Kurthal will heal himself next time. I think we're good. So she attacks the circle again, channeling her divine energy to see if she can completely disrupt the summoning circle, or at least delay it. All right, so that's 5, 10, 15. All right, so I'm going to keep these dice over here. All right, here we go. So she's got 2 exploding dice. Oh my goodness. I don't know what's going on. Sure. Okay. 3, 6, 8. All right, so far she's done 15 points of damage to that summoning circle and delayed it 1 round. I'm going to say that it doesn't delay it, but it does that damage to it. And eventually, with the number in my head, it could disrupt the circle and disrupt the summoning. But he's coming in the round after this one, after this next one. They get 1 more round. I guess it doesn't make any sense as she delayed it with that blow, and it was 7. We'll say, yeah, okay, so we're going to delay it another round, and she does that much damage, so we'll see. Okay. All right, so Kurthal's going to use his final healing stone, and that was 3. Everybody else is standing strong, ready to go, and Parthis does that attack thing, channeling her ability. I said I was going to keep those dice over here, and I didn't. All right, here we go. I'm looking for a really telling blow. And right now, she only gets 1 exploding die there, but that is a lot of successes. 3, 6, 9, 12. 27. So that's 27 points of damage to summoning circle using her channeling power. She's basically stuck the sword in there and keeps channeling energy into it, slashing it back and forth. Can't touch the creature yet. So if I keep doing it, eventually it's going to delay it. So I'm going to say that from the other side, Occus attacks Parthis. This is not Occus, but it is one of his minions. This is the only minion. This is a very powerful minion, but this is the only minion powerful enough that their priest was able to bring. He was never going to bring Occus into the realms. He just doesn't have, he just didn't have the juice. But Occus is going to send a damaging bolt. So it's basically like an unerring bolt of smitiness. Since she's in touch with that circle, Occus is sending the attack. And it's going to be obviously it's going to be a considerable amount of dice against her. It's like an unerring bolt, so this could be bad. The energy flies out of the circle. And that's 3, 6, 9, 12, 13. So she is injured and is thrown back onto her back. Well, let's see. Well, you know what? Let's make a strength check. Strength resistance roll. No. She is sent backwards, but not on her back. And that energizes the circle, and the creature is free. This other planar creature is now free. So that brings us to initiative. The fight is on. She did what she could to delay it, But in the end, Occus wanted it to come through. All right, so Parthas goes before. That's good. Brondor before. Kurthal before. And Fisto before. All right, they all go before it, so they got a pretty good chance to do what they can He doesn't have enough points for, he doesn't have any points left, so he couldn't force, he could try to force globe this thing, but it is now on. Fisto, first to the fight, Fisto. He jumps in there and attacks with his magical knuckle dusters. All right, so that is 3, 6, 8 minus 6 is 2 damage. It is protected by infernal armor. All right, so that was Fisto. Because that circle's pretty much gone now. And Kurthal's going to back up and unleash a magic bolt. So 11 casting dice. 3, 6, 9, 11. Fires off. It's got a pretty high agility resistance too. So it's got an agility resistance of 4. So it only takes 2 damage from his magic bolts. That was Kurthal. Brondor moves forward, attacking the best way he can. You know what? I probably should have them make some kind of fear check against this thing. I think I will next, or at the end of this round, to see. They're so engaged with it, we'll see if they make any kind of fear checks, which will give him -3 dice to attack. 3, 6, 9, because he's only attacking with his short sword. All right, so 2 exploding dice. So that's 3, 6, 8. -6 is 2 more damage, chipping away. And when I say chipping, I literally mean chipping. And finally, Parthas, with her magical sword, rushes up and attacks this creature with everything she's got. Channeling her divine power Mothus through her weapon, she unleashes its full powers and her full powers into this foul creature of the lower planes. 3, 6, 9, 12. And she has 3. Oh, yeah. So that's 16 damage. That's 10. Urgh, it felt that one. So I'm going to make Parthas immune to the fear of this thing because Mothus is with her. But I'm going to make the rest of them make resistance rolls now at the end of this round before it attacks. It exudes its aura out at them. So Kurthal has to make a mind resistance roll. It's a DL3, and he fails. So he's going to -3 rolls to any attacks around this creature. He has a 3. He's a monk. I'm going to give him his proficiency die. And he did it, so he is not afraid, but Kurthal is afraid. So I'll put a little token next to him to remind me. And Brondor, he's got a 2 mind resistance. And it's exploding die. And he is also afraid. So they have -3 dice as they fight this thing. All right, so this thing has a sword. A nasty, nasty sword. That attacks with 12 dice. Yep. All right, so it is going to attack Parthas, which Parthas, having been injured by the power of Occus, is not great right now. Not in great shape. We'll see if they can pull this off. 3, 6, 9, 12, -4 is 8. That is a powerful blow. And she doesn't know if she's going to survive this fight. Initiative. Especially because two of them are fearful. All right, so Kurthal goes before. Parthas before, that's good. That's very good. Fisto before. And even Brondor before. All right, so we're going to say Brondor for last. No, not Brondor. Yikes, Kurthal for last, I guess. All right, so Fisto's going to kind of maneuver around here and punch. 3, 6, 9. No fear, so attack. He goes the other way. Where out of the shield doesn't matter. Facing doesn't matter in my game. That's pretty good. Reroll a failed die, and he gets 3 exploding dice. 2 more exploding dice. Nice. So 2, 5, 7, 9, 11 damage, or 11 successes. Minus 6 is 5 damage. That's solid. I'll send you back from whence you came, beast. Brondor's going to attack with his magical short sword. Pretty good, Brondor. Keep it rolling. All right. 3, 6, 9, 10. Minus 6 is 4 more damage from his magical short sword biting into this creature. Kurthal is going to take a magic bolt at it, but he has minus 3 dice because he's shaken by the fear of the creature that this creature is exuding. So that's only 8 dice. And that is 3, 5. And this creature's resistance is 4, so it takes 1. He got through 1. All right, that's something. And Brondor, I forgot to take away his dice. Oh well. He pushed through the fear for 1 round, but he's going to be shaky next round. All right, so that brings us to Parthas. All 18 dice. I hope this is 18 dice. 4, 8, yeah. 3, 6, 3, 6, 9, 12. Yep. All right, here we go. She swings with her magical sword, channeling the power of Mothis through the blade itself attuned against creatures from the lower planes. 3, 4, 5 exploding dice. Okay, can't complain. Can't complain. All right, so that is 5, 10, 13 more damage. From 6 to 7 more damage to this creature. It's looking really worse for wear. Can they survive another attack? I am going to randomly roll who it attack. No, it doesn't like that sword Parthas has. So to be fair, it's going to attack Parthas. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. And we'll see if she survives. So 3, 6, 9. Minus 4 is 5. She is at 1 stamina. The power of Mothis. Initiative. Now, hopefully this initiative goes okay for the party. Oh. So Parthas goes before, Brondor goes before, reroll failed die, Fisto goes before, Kurthal goes after. Okay, so we're just going Parthas first, see if she can just end this mess. She swings her sword with the backswing, trying to penetrate the infernal flesh of this outsider from the lower planes. She gets 4 exploding dice, 2 more exploding dice, 3, 6, 9, 12, 16. That is enough to send this creature back from whence it came, and it pops out of existence with a smell of sulfur and brimstone. Oh, we can breathe. That was pretty scary. Yes. Yes, my friends. So they heal her with the remaining healing stones they have in the party. And she's at 14. Let us leave this foul place. We shall come back and reconsecrate it at some other time. We need to get out of here. So they make their way back out. They have their teleportation rings, and they teleport back to Glenessa. Well done. So that priest of Occus is done. The denizens they brought from the lower planes are done. Well done. You all should be commended. You have saved the Swordlands from gods know how many horrors. You shall all be commended. So, that is the end of Against the Blight of the Bloodwood. Hopefully you enjoyed that. I know I did the old Deus Ex Machina, but you know what? I think it made for a great story. And I love story. It's one of the reasons I got in role-playing games in the first place. All right, so thank you for all your support. If this looks like a game you'd be interested in, you can download it from itch.io as a pay what you want at the link in the description below this video. Thank you to all the fans on Mage Hammer's fan page that have really engaged with the game and my channel. It's really, really done my soul some good, and I'm glad that I've created a community that, you know, small but mighty, right? And I got a lot of creative people in there, and I'm very excited for where that's all going to go. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed that, and until next time, keep on rolling dice and playing games. Mage Hammer out.